Welcome back. February is Mahina ʻOlelo Hawaiʻi, a time to celebrate the language and all who keep it alive, the kumu who teach, the practitioners who perpetuate Native Hawaiian culture, and the artists who blend innovation with tradition to create beautiful works of art.
And two of those innovative artists join us right now. Now, this is John Hina, aka Prime of 808 Urban, and I love that. First of all, welcome back, brother.
Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah, but I love that you're bringing the next generation. This is your baby girl, Umi.
Yeah, it's my baby girl, Umi.
Oh, awesome. Well, you know, we are so very grateful to have you here. You know, in the midst of Mahina ʻOlelo Hawaiʻi, you know, we are thinking about businesses and organizations that incorporate the language in what they do, and boom, the first ones we thought of was 808 Urban. We got a chance to participate in Ola Ka'i Ko'olau, and you actually gifted some of your incredible books here to some of the wonderful winners. Please share with us 808 Urban's mission.
Just, you know, to perpetuate the culture through art, you know, and then to really hold space for the next generation to come in and make it easier, yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Maybe, you know, I'm not to use a pun, but can you like draw a picture in our audience's minds of how you do that? How do you accomplish that mission?
So, you know, like how hula has its protocols and formats. Well, we develop our own protocols in mural making that's in alignment with our way of living and our way of thinking. So it starts off with the handprints, the manalima, and that's essentially putting our microbes onto the wall, locking in our DNA, and then the next is the pili aloha, which brings in the water from the place, locking in that DNA, and then the third one is the mo'olelo.
The story
and
that
comes from
in.
the people, and all we do is we just listen, translate, and then put it on the wall.
That's a very thoughtful way of creating. You know, most people wouldn't consider those first steps, but I think it matters a lot. And Umi, we were just kind of talking off the air that the murals are actually the funnest part for you. Can you share some of your experiences with that?
We just had a recent mural in Waimea, Kauai.
Ooh.
It was a really nice experience just because I got to meet most of the community and like all of the pillars that helped build or make Waimea what it is now.
Wow.
And so it was good. It was nice to just be able to connect with their culture because every island has their different type of culture.
Yeah.
So it was nice being able to meet the west side of Kauai because then now they get to teach us their new ways. I'd say they're very connected to their Aino. They're very rooted, and so it was nice to be able to have that experience again.
I love that. I love that you do, and you pay respect and honor the community instead of, you know, because sometimes some people can go, oh, this is how we do them over here, and this how. But for you guys to be that humble to allow that space for everybody to contribute the ideas, that is so awesome. Maybe that's why when we see your guys' murals, we feel that connection because of those different layers that you just talked about.
Yeah.
Now, I was just my niece is now 2.5 years old, and she is enjoying these. Talk about the new, and the last time you brought this one, but we got a new coloring book. Yeah, tell us about this.
Yeah, so, you know, I unfortunately, I didn't grow up in the culture, like I didn't grow up in paddling or hula or anything. I grew up in the city. And in the city, you know, in the 80s, we did a lot of tagging and stuff. So I grew up in that, from disco to all the way to hip hop, the nightclubs. That was something that I can speak on, or felt like I can speak on. So I figured, you know what, this is our culture. This is the culture I grew up in. Let's marry the two and see what we come up with. So we just created these pages focused around you know, kumula'au and just medicinal plants, but with a hip hop twist.
So you know what? I just love. I've actually seen some of the wonderful pieces that we have. In fact, we're gonna bring some of that up on camera right now. And it has that really cool hip hop vibe. But then you see all of the connections to. One of my favorite was a ulu, and that looks like the puffy jacket, right? That puffy hip hop jacket. And I was like, wow, there you go. This is the one. I was like, oh, now this is sweet. And you know, I think that you would be able to connect different cultures
Yeah.
just with this one particular art book.
Yeah, I'm waiting for somebody to actually make that into an actual outfit. And I'm gonna go and buy it.
you know.
Kini Zamora, you listening?
All right, so 808 Urban, and the families can jump online and grab some of
Yeah.
this for themselves. They can order.
Yep, 808urban.org. That's the only place we do it unless we're at, like Olaka'i.
At a pop-up.
Yeah, at a pop-up. That's kind of how we're doing it because it's easier for us.
Well, Prime, thank you so much for coming and sharing your ike, and thank you so much for bringing umi so that we know that the next generation is in good hands, right?
Yes.
And learning that art of Hawaiian culture, Hawaiian language instilled in our art. Mahalo nui, brother.
Mahalo.
All right, 808urban.org is where you can go to get some of these wonderful items for yourself. We're going to be right back right here on Island Life Live.